You're so blessed that you found your passion. I never thought, oh, this was going to be my job, and I was just doing it as a hobby. I made a shift one day. I said, okay, no, I'm going to stop. I'm going to sign off from all these job posting websites and email lists, and I'm going to do my own thing. As long as I leave this open, this door of the job postings, this will never work. I'm never going to work for someone else for the rest of my life. If you find something that you're so obsessed with, then you'll definitely make it big. Because you love it so much that you don't even care if you're getting paid or not. Obviously, this one thing is a thing for you. The teacher told me nobody would hire me with my hijab, and look at me now. And then she says, Hermes, is this a scam? Prada, Louis Vuitton, or even the Rolls Royce. You can get whatever you want to be if you're just persistent. There was a lot of pressure there. We didn't feel really good. And then I came into this world, and I'm like, wow, I'm sitting in these luxury buildings with these luxury people. Everybody's rich, and they look fantastic, and they're so nice. So welcoming. Nobody's judging me here or telling me I have to be something I'm not. Stick to your principles, stick to who you want to be. Nobody can take that away from you.
Assia?
Yes?
Thank you for accepting this interview.
Course.
I was wondering, who is Assia?
I would say I'm a good friend. I like spending time with family, and I'm a very motivational person also. So I will inspire my friends to start their businesses and stuff. Every time I hear something, I'm like, oh, you can make money with that. You know, you have to start your own thing. Like, I say this to everybody. So, I would say that's who Assia is.
So tell us a little bit about you being a child. How was it? What is it like? Like your dreams, what sparks you?
We started, like, growing up, I had my twins, so we were always together, you know, even in school, we were always together and talking and this and that. And even though there were a lot of friend groups at school, I was always with my sister, you know, so that was good to have that support also growing up. And we never felt like we had to be part of a group because we had our own, you know. So when there were things that didn't interest us or this or that, we would just leave. That's not our thing, you know. And that's, well, I would say it kind of gave us a bit of confidence to be who we are, who we wanted to be, because we're like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not following around. We're our own person, you know. So we stayed together. We always grew. We loved talking, and when we would have friends, we would bring them to our circle, you know. Then we would talk about things that we love and things like that. We would get really close. So mostly with my sister. I've always spent time with her. We were always in the same class. Always very good points in school. We had, like, we studied together, did our homework together, this and that. So I would say that was a very big part of my childhood. And yeah, in high school, I started off doing science, and then I did math. And then I was like, nah, this is not for me. No, math is not my thing. So then I went to humane wetenschappen, human science. And then I was like also coming into this calligraphy world, right? This creativity and everything. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do something with this, right? So we had to go to a study beurs, right? Mm-hmm. Like where we had to choose which university and college to go to. And there were all kinds of stuff, and everybody, because we were in ISO, right? So you have unlimited options. And so everybody went there. We were with the class. We went with the bus, and voila, you had a couple of hours to just go around and ask, and then you come back. And I already had some kind of idea. It was going to be something creative. And so everybody was going around and everything. And then when we had to come back, everybody had all these books and flyers, and like literally big books, you know, with all the information about the universities and stuff like that. And then I came with like a little flyer like this, as this. I did interior design. So I took this, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do, and that's it. I don't need any other option. I know for sure this is it. And then you had all these other people with so many options, you know, so much papers. And at first I was like, ooh, maybe I should have done more research or something like that. But I'm like, no, I have to be confident in my choice of this being the one thing for me, and that's it. Instead of looking sideways, you know. So then I was like, no, this is what I want. I'm 100% sure, and I'm going to do this. And plus, there was no prior experience needed, so perfect.
And were your parents like aware about this artistic talent that you want to pursue? Yes.
Yes, but I think when you have 5 kids, you don't really, you're not really aware of everybody's talented at the same time, you know, like. Voila, they're doing their part of parenting the kids and everything, But we were doing our own thing, and they left us. They gave us the freedom, you know. They were not like on top of us. Oh, you have to get grades. No, they just were like, we trust you. Just do your thing, as long as you graduate, you know. So it's fine. We had a lot of. It was chill. It was freedom. There was freedom there. So then we developed our personalities and everything. And my other sister went doing film. My other sister went to becoming a teacher. So everybody did their own thing, and it was cool. Yeah. So we really liked that. And then I did the interior design and I really loved it. And then I finished and then work. All right. Right?
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah. And I was the only one with a hijab in my school. And there you had this school had a lot of students coming in from the Netherlands, right? They came here in Mechelen to study. And it was a 3-year program. So a professional bachelor's, and so you can also start your own thing afterwards. But obviously you need some funding, right?
Of course.
So then I was finished and I was applying for jobs and it was silence. And I was like, we're not going to do this because, well, there was about, I would say maybe 200 people graduated, right? I was the only one with a scarf, so I was like, what are the chances that I'll be picked out, you know? And then you have this whole pool of other people, so. So I was like, you know what?
Sorry, it was because you felt that they didn't want to hire you because of the scarf?
Yes, because I didn't have no reaction whatsoever. And I did the same. I have the same portfolio as my other peer, you know, my peer group and everything. And I was like, if this is not going anywhere, I have to find a way to, you know, do whatever I wanted to work. So then I was doing calligraphy from high school, right? I already did the artistic part. I took it with me. So the hobby was really much there.
So the artistic part, you did it when you were in high school?
Yes, I already started calligraphy in high school. And also brush lettering, so with these pens and drawing letters and this and that. And so, yeah. And then sometimes when I was doing interior design, I was also sharing it on Instagram, of course, and people were like, "Oh, that's very nice. Can you do Christmas cards for us and our family?" And so I got a few requests here and there. And then sometimes I got a big request, like a request for Hermes. You know, they wanted envelopes to be calligraphed.
Really? Like,
yes,
from the beginning, or maybe
it was very crazy because they found me on Instagram. Well, someone who worked there found me on Instagram, and it was like 2019. You know? So it was early. Yeah. It was very early. And my Instagram was not even that pretty. When I look back now, I'm like, wow. But she was like, oh, you do this and everything. So yeah, tell us about your policy. I'm like, policy?
What is this?
I go like, what's the policy? And then I dotted some things in there. And I was like, well, here's my policy, like one A4'tje. And I sent it to them. I just did it on the spot. And then she was like, okay, I'll get back to you, you know? And then a few weeks later, she was like, yes, so we're going to need I forgot what the number was, but I think maybe 50 envelopes or something like that with the names and that. And I was like, I was so happy just to get an order.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then I showed my sister. Like, honestly, I didn't even know what Hermes was.
Really?
Yes, I was in my bubble.
That's why you were not pressured.
Yes, I was so in my bubble in high school. I didn't yet travel and, you know, get out into the world and learn about all this luxury stuff. It's not like now with TikTok.
Obviously,
kids are 5 years old, they can name all the big brands, you know? We were not like that at all. So then I showed my sister, and then she says, Hermes? And then she's looking at my email, she's looking like, is this a scam or
that will also be my first reaction.
And she was, and I was like, why are you acting like this? Can you be happy? It's an order for me. I didn't know how big the deal was. And then she was looking at my phone, and then she was like, oh, this is really weird, because she was clicking on it and there was no weird things in the email and what's not. And she was like, oh, this is actually real. How did they find you? And then we were like, and then she was telling me about the brand. She's like, yeah, they're selling bags for 30,000, this and that. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's serious. Yeah,
This is serious. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
And then, I was shopping in the air, of course. It was fantastic. And then starting there, ever since, we have always worked together. So even now, today they picked up an order of me calligraphing some things. They pick it up and then they send it to their people.
So nice.
So nice.
It's a long-term
long-term partnership, exactly.
Okay. And at that time, how many followers did you have?
Oh, I don't even know. I think it was less than 1,000.
Less than 1,000, yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because I was not.
I know how it is in the beginning. So
Voilà.
it's just that a lot of people think that maybe when you get contacted
no.
or by a big brand or a big name, it's because you have 10,000 followers or more.
No,
But
not at all.
not at all.
I was studying. I didn't have time to make my account big, and nor did I know how to make it work and whatnot. So even the years between then and now, I've changed so much, and also my Instagram grew a lot, and I've changed a lot of things. So yeah, it comes with the time that the changements and improvements come, and then you know how to make it work. You know what works, what not, what doesn't. I've also been posting now for over a year every day. You know, I've tried this strategy, and I was like, oh, and it's really working.
It's working. Okay.
It's a lot of work.
It is. But so sometimes I'm like, I take literally, I have every evening I have an alarm on my phone, and I have it starting 10 o'clock, and then I have to start posting, because I also do Duolingo every day. So then I post on all the social medias, and then I do Duolingo, and then I'm good.
So it's a good strategy.
Yes,
we gotta mark that down.
Exactly. Even though I'm busy, I'm doing a project, I'm like, okay, let's take just 10 minutes off, and I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna come back, you know. So, but it has helped me a lot, so it's a good strategy.
But from the beginning, did you, because you said that you were also making some works for your friends,
Yes.
did you also make them pay, or was it always free? You were like, no, I need to improve.
Yes.
How did you value your work at that moment?
Yeah,
Good question. Good question.
So when I started into this calligraphy world, I was following a lot of calligraphers and everything. They were already doing this, obviously, as a job. You know, they were getting paid and everything, and they were already working for big brands. Lots in America, lots in Canada. So I was really absorbed in that world. I followed them. I became their friend. They were really nice people. I would ask them questions. I would engage with their content and everything. I came close. You know? I was like this, leaning in and listening to everything, and taking all the knowledge I could get. And then, so like that, I learned a lot. You know, I saw what they were doing, how it works, this and that. And they were also always saying, well, practice your calligraphy, then all the rest is going to go really great, because all the people are going to find you, this and that. So I was so obsessed. Also, even the calligraphy thing, I was so obsessed. I would sit a whole day on my desk, like 10 hours straight. I didn't want to eat. Like it was really bad. Yeah. But I was so obsessed with it, I would do it a whole day, you know? And so yes, when friends approached me and everything, yes, sometimes I would do it for free, but especially in the beginning I did everything for free. But it was not a lot, so it was a few cards here and there, birthday cards, a few envelopes. And then afterwards, yes, also my neighbors started asking, and then I was like, okay, you know, I need some money for this. Of course. Because I have a lot of other things to do. So if you want me to prioritize this, I will need something in exchange, you know. So then I also started to ask some money, but then I was like, yeah, let's do a few euros per card here and there. Yes, and that's how we grow. So I got actually a bit, I got into the habit of asking my work, like selling my work, actually, yes.
And people were okay with that? For them it was...
Yes, definitely. They're like, hey, yeah, I need this, whatever you want, just tell me the price, and then when you'll get it done, that's it. So very chill.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's
very
really
cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get back, because you said you were like sending some your CV, but you didn't get any information back. Did you work for a company between that moment?
Well, I had to do stage for 3 months, right? And then I also asked them if they had spots to take anyone else. They didn't, so unfortunately. But also, even looking for stage was really hard. You know, so then I was like, okay. So
yeah,
before,
it's a job. It's a full-time job. Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
Even though before I was graduated, I already had trouble looking for stage, and I was like, is it me? Is it this? Is it that? So then I don't know if it's a self-fulfilling prophecy either. You know, so I do believe that it has something to do with my scarf, right? So why would I wouldn't get any responses, but my peer members would, you know, everybody in the class would. Everybody was like, oh, I found a job, I found a stage. And I was like the last one, so I was like, something is not right, you know. So I finished my studies, and then I did some how do you say, tijdelijk werk, so temporary. I did some temporary work until I found like a full-time job, right? And then I was looking, and sometimes I would do a job for 2 months replacing someone who was pregnant, you know, like it was admin stuff. So yeah, my background was good. I came from ISO. I did something now creative study, so everything was good. And so they took me and everything, and I did a lot of temporary work. And then I was like, no, I'm tired of this, you know. I want something really decent. And then, but I was also the whole time, in the meantime, I was looking at all these other people who were making their businesses big with calligraphy. And so here I am looking for jobs, and then here I am, I have this skill. Like, I already sold quite a few things with this, and I have a big client like Hermes. But it was not that, it wasn't that often that I was like, oh, let's make it a job. It's not enough, obviously. And so, yeah, I was between this, and I was like, you know what? And I was also on all these, how do you say it? Job posting websites, right? So my email was full. Every time there was something, I would apply. And then I was like, I made a shift one day. I said, okay, no, I'm going to stop. I'm going to sign off from all these job posting websites and email lists, and I'm going to do my own thing. Like, I was like, as long as I leave this open, this door of the job postings, this will never work.
For sure.
Right? So we have to burn the boats. So I removed all these emails. I unsubscribed everywhere. I was like, no, none of this anymore. I'm going to do my own thing. Because I saw it was possible. These other people did it and they were thriving. So why not do it here? Okay, they're very far and everything, but if they can do it, I can also do it. So I stopped this, and I declared it to my sister. I told her, yeah, we're not doing jobs anymore. I told her I'm never going to work for someone else for the rest of my life. It's finished. I'm going to do my own thing. And then I signed up my calligraphy business. So I had a tax number and everything. And most of the companies also, when they want to work with you, you ask for it. In the beginning, I did it without, so it was fine. Because it's allowed, under a number you're allowed to get paid.
A certain amount, yeah.
Voila. And so it was perfectly possible. So then I had my tax number, and then I was like, okay, now everybody's gonna start coming because I did it right, and then it worked. So I got more and more requests, and then voila, I was also, people were talking about me, and clients, they were doing mouth-to-mouth advertising for me. So it was going good, and people were starting to come in. And I also knew another calligrapher, and she was also doing this full-time.
In Belgium then?
Yes, in Antwerp. We're really close now too. And
you're close with all the... Let's be honest.
Yes. If you get into an industry, you better get very close, you know? That's how you'll know everything. And so even though, so she started doing projects and everything, and then we work together most of the time. Well, sometimes we work together when they need two calligraphers. And yeah, I've also learned a lot from there. So when I was starting off, I was like, oh, is my pricing okay? Is it too low? You know? And then she was like, no, do it higher. This is your work is really good. You know, you are at this level. And then she would always guide me like this. So that was also a big help.
So the fact that you already did some works before, it helped you with the partnership or with the clients?
Yes, exactly. And I would keep all the feedback, and I would put it in my highlights and everything, you know, so they can always find it. And I also used to take a lot of pictures of my work. So, you know, I learned a lot about flat lays, photography. I was in Lightroom editing my pictures and everything to make them look really nice and professional. Even people were like, did you take these pictures with a camera? I'm like, no, just with my phone. Like, I had an iPhone 8 for the last 8 years. Literally a small one like this. But I did everything on this phone. Yeah. It was my favorite. And when people started asking, I was like, no, everything is iPhone. They're like, oh, wow, I didn't expect this. It's really nice quality and whatnot. But yeah, if you've been doing this for years, you know how to make it look really pretty and everything. You learn about the editing and everything. So then you make it picturesque. You make it Instagram-like. Yeah. So that also attracted people. Because then I would show them my work. They were like, oh, that's really nice, you know? And then we started working.
And before starting, what were your doubts? Like, because... you left like the opportunity to have a full-time job, paid and all the benefits for starting something that you knew that could work in the long term, but you didn't know how long it was going to take. Probably a year, maybe 10 years. You had no idea.
Yeah, one answer for that is I am so delulu.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely the most delulu. My sister is now too. We are very delulu together. But yes, I was not being realistic with my goals and stuff. Okay. I was like, no, I'm going to make this work. It's going to work, this and that. I was so being positive and optimistic. If anybody came with that, I was like, I don't want to hear it. You know, I don't want it to come in my head. I don't want to doubt myself. I know this is possible, and if I give it my all, it will work, definitely. How will it not work? You know?
For sure.
That's the question. How will it not work? If I don't give up, how will it not work? It's not possible. Right? Because if these other people did it, why not? I can also do it. Yeah,
exactly.
Very possible. Because if you already start with the doubts, then you'll always let the doubt come into your head and stop you. But we're not doing that, right? Because we decided already we're taking this full time. We're taking this till the long run will take it. This is the only option. There is no plan B or C. So then I'm like, no, nothing's gonna stop me. All the doubts, even though sometimes it was difficult, honestly.
For sure.
I didn't have income every month, not a decent income. But I was still like, no, this is just a period. It's gonna become better and better. And it did. You know, if you were patient and you push and you do the efforts, and even though sometimes I didn't have projects, I would ask my friends, you know, do you need something I can do? They were like, you know, come up with projects. Just come up with projects and then share them. Then you go give people inspiration of what you can do, what else you can do, you know, on different materials, this and that. My friends, they were always talking about my work with everyone. So sweet. So then I came up with my own projects. We would brainstorm together and I would do things for them and for parties and for dinners. You know, I'd come up with place cards and menus and this and that. I would photograph them, put them on Instagram, and people were like, oh, this is also possible on black paper, on cardboard, on a mirror. So then I got a lot of different requests too. And of course, the more requests, the more people can see what you do. Exactly. And then they'll come ask for it. So yeah, you fill your own time. Mm-hmm. You do everything you can to make it work, and it worked.
That's amazing.
And did you lose some friends or some family members because they were like doubting about yourself? No. Because you said you wanted only positive people around you.
I would just not answer them or something.
Okay, it's the best way to answer.
Yes, I was also very much. I was only talking about this with my friends and my sisters. You know, people I'm close with. So like families, like aunts and uncles, they don't know what I do. Like until now, maybe they're like, oh, Assia does something with calligraphy, but that's it. You know, they don't know too much, which is good. If you can't support it, then you stay far.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right? We don't need the negativity. No. I'm all about positivity.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
That's amazing. And we can feel it. So yeah, that's true. No, we can feel it. About school and university, do you have the idea or the feeling that it helped you in a way?
Well, honestly, I loved interior design, right? So I didn't even know it existed until that beurs, and then they were talking about it. They were like, you don't need experience, this and that, and this is what you'll learn. I was like, oh, this is actually amazing, because I was also watching a lot of YouTube of makeovers and stuff. I was like, oh, this is really nice. Like, if I can do this here for like the Muslim houses and everything, oh, they will love it, you know, because we don't have it here. Yeah. So that was also like something in my head. And then I did this because I was already a creative person, and so this was perfect for me. So I did the studies. So in that study we learned a lot with working with Adobe, Illustrator, and Photoshop, right? And that helped me a lot. Oh. So even with my pictures, the editing, I learned a lot. Photoshop, I learned a lot. And now I also do wedding invitations, right? I did the illustrations and I did a lot of things that also require these programs. Exactly. So even other calligraphers now, they ask me, oh, how do you make wedding invitation stuff? Like, how did you learn these programs? I'm like, yeah.
I'm not gonna tell. Sorry.
It was my studies, you know. I did interior design, so we had to work with these programs, and now it's very easy, you know. So that was also kind of good. So it's good how it's so funny how things work in your favor, right? Exactly. You think you're just doing things randomly, but actually God has a plan for you.
Connecting the dots, actually.
Yeah, everything. It was part of the plan.
Exactly.
And then when you grow through it and you look back, you're like, oh,
that's when you
actually
understand.
everything is connected. Like I had to do this for this, and so many times I look back and I'm like, wow, like God is really showing us the way. He's guiding us, even though we don't know it or we don't feel like it every day. It's so beautiful how we can connect all the dots later on. Yeah, but it works perfectly. Yeah. Afterwards, you're like, it couldn't be any better way than that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's true.
And because you said that you learned that during high school, did you have to make some investment? I don't know which tools that you need for calligraphy, so but that's why I'm asking.
Well, the good thing, not much.
All right.
Yes, you had to buy the materials. And they were okay. They were not the cheapest, but also the studies that I did were not the cheapest either. So you had to buy all these maquette supplies and these knives. I learned it online, free content first, and then Instagram. All the other people I was following, right? I was learning from that. And yes, just regular courses, very cheap courses that I took. And then I took a professional course from a calligrapher, but she was doing this also for her clients and whatnot. She's from the Netherlands, and then I took her course. I think it was like 200 euros or something, you know. Okay. So I was like, okay, this is going to help me my entire life. Like this money is nothing.
It's an investment.
Exactly. And now even now, she sent me a message, and she says, when I'm promoting my course, I always talk about you because you're my best student. Like I took it far.
Did you ask some royalties on that or not?
I don't have no
you
royalties.
could.
I don't have no royalties. But I'm thinking of starting my own course. You know? Yes.
Yeah.
Because the royalties wouldn't be that much. So I was
No.
like, no, I can just do my
sure.
own thing, and that's way better. You know, even though with the results that I have, it will really sell. You know.
Mhm.
So yeah, I know everything there is to know about calligraphy, so it's very possible to do this.
Okay. But you also need the talent. I think that everyone can take the course, but if you don't have like the artistic thing, you will not manage to do it like beautifully.
Yeah. Although people learn it, so it's a skill that you practice until you get good at. But you need the patience for sure, because it's a really slow art, right? And you also need the endurance. Like when things don't work, when things go wrong, this and that. How long will you keep it going? You know? I was so delulu, I was like, I'm not going back. But how many people would actually do that? And that's the thing. How, like, I pulled so many all-nighters to pull off the work, to finish work with deadlines, and like there's so many deadlines. Of course, in the wedding seasons and these dinners and these parties, like even these big corporations, they have a guest list, right? But it's also getting confirmed by I don't know how many people, and this, and it has to be done in a week, and you also have other things to do and other projects and other places you have to go to. So you know, sometimes it gets really, really tight, and then I'm like, well, I won't sleep, I will finish it, and then I will sleep, you know. So even my sisters, most of the time they come to my room, they're like, oh, you're being all pink and rosy on Instagram, but look how hard you work. You don't tell the people how hard you work.
You know what? That's really funny that you say it, because that's the reason why we started the podcast. Or I would say, like, we started the interviews because we see like the glam and the sparks and the money and the nice cars. Nobody tells about how hard it is.
Exactly.
How long the nights are.
Yeah.
To arrive at the result that everybody sees and praise.
Really true.
And when you ask the people, and what did it cost you? I would say in terms of time, investment and stuff, they're like, yeah, it's a lot, but you know, we had to do it. No, tell us more about it. Like, we want to learn.
Right?
Deep. Yeah. Tell us like the behind the scenes.
Yes.
Like when nobody was watching and you were in your bed still on the laptop. We want to know that.
Yes. It was all mess and chaos there.
Exactly.
Like the mental breakdowns, you need that
to
be like human.
True. They build you up, right? It was all part of it. Really, there was so much chaos also involved. So it was not rosy since the beginning. And also, sometimes I get people in the DMs and they're like, oh, how did you make this work? How can I learn this? But I'm like, you have to also find your passion, because if you don't, you can't just take something you don't like and then take it big.
Only for the money, it's not a good thing.
Exactly, because you will give up, it will get hard. Everybody knows. So I'm like, find what you want first, and then, you know, like I found calligraphy, I didn't even want to eat. It's crazy.
But it's the obsession.
Exactly.
It's the obsession.
So if you find something that you're so obsessed with, then you'll definitely make it big, because you love it so much that you don't even care if you're getting paid or not. Obviously, this one thing is the thing for you. You know, they always say, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do? And that's the thing that you have to do, right? And for me, it was calligraphy. Like, even though it was free, I loved doing it. So even now, it's still there. It's funny, right? Because first I started doing this as an escape from school. And now it's becoming my job. So it went from a hobby to a job, something that I used to relax with.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah,
to be honest, it's
exactly.
beautiful.
But some people would see it the other way also. They would be like, this is something that you're relaxed with, but now it's with pressure and it's work.
That's the question. Work. How do you keep the passion when, not money, but I would say when the deadlines and the work and now you are, so to speak, forced to do it. Yes. Like, it's not like you wake up on a Saturday morning and then you want to do it. Like, you have to do it. Somebody's asking.
It's not a hobby. I wouldn't do it in my free time. So it's not a hobby anymore. It became my job. But now I'm looking forward to projects also. So because every project is different, you know. Exactly. So with every project, they're like, oh, we need this ink and this style, and then this project you need to write it smaller, and it's gonna be something like this and that. Everything is so different that it stays exciting to do, you know. So yeah, even though it's work related, I still love to do it. Like, you know what I do? I go to my room, I put my piano music on, and I turn off the lights, and then I write, and I start with the work. So I organize all the envelopes in a good manner, organized manner, so that I can start right away and finish this off. And what I also do is I time how long it will take to write one envelope, and then I calculate how much it will take me for the rest. I'm like, okay, I need like 6 hours for this. So you know what, I'll make dinner now, and then I can take a break then, and then I'll just keep doing what I'm doing until I'm finished. I will leave the office. I'll leave my workroom. Yes, so but I still love it.
What is your day like when you wake up? What do you do?
Yes.
I want to know everything. Is it the first thing that you do, even if you are on your I am on Instagram? Are you looking at like inspiration?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Tell us the process.
Yes. Sometimes it gets so busy I don't have time to.
Only the 10 minutes when you have your alarm.
Exactly. You know, I'll get back to the content later because I have a strategy for it. You know, every time I'm on social media, I don't just mindlessly scroll. You know, when I'm there, I look at. Well, the good thing about social media is you get things that's the cookies, right? Everything is personalized for you. You get the content that you like and that you engage with. So I love that. I don't get trashy things. I get things that I love. So I have a lot of to-do stuff. I have a lot of money-related business stuff. I have a lot of people who became making big with something that they liked. So I love all that inspiration. And every time I look at a video and it's really nice, I save the song, I save the hook, I save it all in folders, you know. So when I have to make something, I'm like, oh, let me pick this song and then a text like this, you know. So everything is already ready. So that's why it's easy for me. It takes 10 minutes to do.
Start first with like your day.
My day. Yeah. All right. So when I wake up, it's maybe a bad habit, but the phone, you know.
That's really bad.
Like I take the phone and I go through emails, right? So when there's stuff that I have to reply to immediately, I do, and when it can wait, I let it wait, and then I get up. You pray, you have breakfast and everything, you clean up, and then the office hours starts, right? So then I pull up my laptop. I go emailing further because sometimes they need more details and stuff like that, so it takes more time. And then I start with whatever I have. So sometimes they have to send me some stationery to do, so envelopes, calligraphy, invitations, this and that. So then I take everything, I organize it, and I confirm with them how much we have, what's needed, what not, and then I take the lists, the name list that they have sent me, and I print it and I put it next to me so that I can look at it I can look at it while working. And I make sure that everything is organized because otherwise I don't want no chaos. So I leave my laptop there. I have my envelopes and my ink pots that I need, my water, because you always need water, my tissue. And then I start like that, one per one. And I also have drying racks next to me. So I work with 2 tables and I sit down and everything is next to me. Everything is easily reachable by hand. So then I do things and I let them dry. I start with the next one, let it dry. And then I do it the whole time until I have to eat or something. But I'd rather not leave the room until I'm finished, you know.
So you don't really have like a time.
No,
you can stop sometimes at 12.
Yeah, there's not really a routine. Okay. I'm not much of a morning person either.
Okay.
And at night I work really, really well. Okay. So I can go, like in the evening I can start a whole work day. You know, I can go and start something, do it for 9 hours straight, and then go to sleep. At least it's done. You know. Okay. I have the habit also when I start something, I want to finish it also. So.
And the big season for you is then Christmas?
Yes, Christmas. Okay. Christmas is packed. Like I remember last year, my Christmas was so packed, I just wanted to sleep.
Oh my God.
It was so extremely busy. Like every day I had to go from the one to the other, and sometimes I don't sleep. Like I remember I had an event one day, and then that evening I had to write invitations, and then I have to send them by the next morning. And you know, I there was work after work, and there was not even time to sleep. You know, and then you already have to go to the next day because now you have to start this day, because in the Christmas period you have so many events. All these shops, they want personalizations and everything. Of course, it makes them a lot of sales, right? Yeah. Otherwise they wouldn't do it. So much sales, like. People, they will come and they will see someone engraving there, and they'll be like, oh, you know what, I'll get one for there is this and that and the son of our uncle and our auntie and our this, and then they buy 10 gifts and they were just there for themselves. So it really works. It's such a good strategy, and so that's why the holiday period is so packed, especially the weekends also. The weekends, they're the most, for sure. Mostly asked. and they're also the first one that goes, right? They're voila. So you have lots of people also ask for the same dates, but it's not available anymore. So then they have to keep looking. But yeah, for sure, the holiday period is the most busy.
Wow.
But that's also very exciting.
Yeah, for sure. And then what about the vacations? How do you when do you take
Yes, so vacations, it's very flexible, of course.
Okay.
But voila, when someone asks me, oh, let's do this or that in the holiday period, I'm like, nah. I'm like, for the 3 next months, you don't have to see me like I'm invisible, okay? It's not gonna be possible because I have so much to do. And I also want to plan my work strategically in a way that I have enough room to finish it. You know, I don't want the pressure. Like, let's say, if my family were to come and we wanted to watch a movie, I want it to happen, you know. I'm also kind of deluded like that. I want to do everything, you know. I want to finish the work, I want to watch the movie, and I want to go out and I want to do this and that. But then you're like, if it's too busy, you're like, no, we have to scratch some things off, and then we just make priorities. So now when friends ask to go out, I'm like, nah, it's not going to be possible, you know. Let's do it there or in that season. But in these months, I'm packed. It's not possible. So then I would do my holidays when it's a slow season. Let's say summer or something like that. But summer sometimes also can be busy with weddings, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So voila, when I see that voila, it's going good now, it's chill, then I take a holiday.
Okay.
Your friends, they understand when you're like maybe canceling plans at last minute?
Yes, they're very understanding of that. Alhamdulillah. No, I think we're so close that they don't mind, you know. They're also very proud of what I'm achieving and what I'm doing. They also help me with, you know, they helped me so much with the projects in the beginning. And they also, even now they come, they're like, brainstorm, you know what, this brand, maybe you can work with them, let's send them an email, let's do this, let's do that.
Nice.
Or, oh, I've seen this online, you know what, you can also do this.
It's like a team effort.
Yes, everybody's brainstorming together. Every time I'm like, I'm open all ears.
Like if you win, they win.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, give me the ideas. And sometimes when I have so much work to do, sometimes I have a friend who lives nearby, and I'm like, can you come help me?
Oh, that's sweet.
So then she comes, she's so sweet, and I have to unpack. Like last time I did 120 mugs engraving, right? So my whole room was filled with boxes and everything, and it had to be done by the next day because then I had to go engrave them at the wedding. Voila, so chaotic, but I was like, we're gonna make it work. So then she came and then she helped me. We had to draft everything, so she helped me with drafting, with the cleaning, with the unpacking, and then with the repacking, with the tissue inside of it and everything. That takes a lot of time. You would think, oh, you're just taking a mug, you're putting it in a little box. But do it 100 times.
You did so much.
Exactly. Like it takes you 2 hours or something, you know? It's always like this, like the little, but like you would think, oh, it's only 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like writing an envelope.
Or 200.
Voila, you're here for 8 hours.
Yeah,
you know?
at least.
Yeah, that project with the mugs, it took me like 10 hours to do, from start to finish everything. Okay. So you would think, voila, it doesn't take much effort, but yeah, well, like every step takes so much effort, and if I'm specialized in the calligraphy engraving parts, then I don't mind who does the rest, you know. So then I asked my sister, can you pack this? Because obviously everybody can pack this, even my little sisters. I'm like, how come?
So you have some
free workers.
But I'm like, if I make it big, I will spoil you.
Yeah, that's nice.
Voila.
Which brand you worked with? Because maybe the listener, they don't really know you.
Okay.
You talked about Hermès, but maybe you have a lot of other brands.
You can find all the brands on my website, so you can say all the big ones, right? So I did Prada, Louis Vuitton. I even did the Rolls Royce. They won something calligraphy, calligraphy letter written. Yes, a lot of brands also that invited me to their boutiques to personalize things, like Sisley, Paris. Rituals, Caudalie, lots of these brands.
And
also
sometimes abroad or only in Belgium?
Mostly Belgium, yes, but also in Amsterdam and Lille I also have done. Yes, Luxembourg also, like Max Mara I did in Luxembourg, let's say. So yeah, the neighboring countries. Yes. But mostly Belgium, because we want to do it here in Belgium. In Netherlands, they're way further in that sense. They have more events and this and that, but here in Belgium, it's okay, but we're really getting there. Like more events are happening. There's so much influencer events happening too. Lots of PR is growing, so we're very happy about that.
Okay. And most of the brands, they contact you, or do you contact them?
Yes, everybody asks me this question.
Because it's really, I'm really curious.
Yes, I don't know how it works, but they find me. They always find me. And
I found you. So
yeah, we found.
Exactly. So if you really focus on even though my social media was not that big at the beginning, even even that, they found me. They still found me. Maybe it's the keywords that I use or something like that, because there's not a lot of calligraphers in Brussels. Like the only calligrapher that does this full time is me. Like if you write Brussels calligrapher, I'm the one that pops up, you know. So voila, that's why I think I'm easily foundable. And also, yes, if the companies worked with me before, they will come and work with me again. Sometimes they also tell me in the email, oh, this person has given us your contacts. So no, you know, so they work together, they know each other, and then they share contacts. So that's really good.
Yeah, well, if they are in the same circles, obviously they can share. Yes. And then they post your work as well, so everybody can see like, yeah, I want the same.
Exactly. Even sometimes I did stuff for weddings, like a wedding planner. She shared my contact with a business partner. You know, so even then it's very good. So you never know how the people are connected. Never. As long as you do your work very well and leave a good impression and everybody was happy, they will definitely come back again.
And do you have a preference working with brands or working for weddings, like these kinds of events?
Yeah, direct clients.
Yeah. I would say with brands. Yeah, obviously the budget is higher.
Yeah, it's a smart one.
And also because with weddings, there's so much communication that has to happen. But with brands, it's nice. Now you have to come this day. I'm like, okay, what time? I come. Voila. Everything is discussed. You know, it's very easy. And then they ask me, voila, what can you do? I send a bunch of images, this and that. It's very easy. You know. But with the clients, most of the clients, they also don't know what they want from the beginning. So then you have to discuss everything. And I always tell them, well, I have a mood board ready when we start, so that we can directly go into the right direction without having, because the thing is with wedding clients, they want everything. But then we can't have everything.
Exactly. When they see the budget, they're like, okay, we're gonna cut this and that, and then you're left with nothing.
Or they want 100 different styles, you know. But you have to make a choice. We can't have everything, and if you want this we can do, and then this, you know. So there's a lot of discussing there back and forth, and it's very time consuming, of course. The end result is also of course very rewarding, but yes, getting us there takes some time. So I have a whole guide and telling you how much the process takes and everything when we go according to plan, and it's like literally 2 months, 3 months, because we also have the things that have to be delivered, and we have the envelopes that I have to calligraphy also. So I leave 2 weeks for that also. You never know with my schedule, so everything is according to plan, and sometimes things go wrong, like the package is delayed, this and that. So I always have this time frame. So when clients come and they are very rushed for orders for their wedding invitations, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to have we need some flexibility here, because a lot of things can go wrong. Like you order this, it's not gonna arrive until voila, there's holidays, it's gonna take 5 days instead of 2, you know. So lots of things can happen. So I like working with flexible people, because non-flexible people I can't do.
I think for a wedding really, it's difficult to be flexible.
It's to be honest.
Yes and no, because they start planning 1 year in advance. Yeah. So I'm like, what have you been doing for 12 months?
Some people.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. Or if you don't have much time, then you don't have to do everything.
Yeah, sure.
You know? Then
do you need all of that?
Stick to the options that you have. Exactly.
Yeah. One more side question for the wedding project. Is it mostly Muslim, the Muslim community, or the non-Muslim community?
Non-Muslim community. Yes. Muslim community, I didn't see them use wedding invitations like printed with calligraphy and this, that. My friend, she got married in August now, and so the whole year we did her wedding invitations, you know. But she would, because obviously I'm her friend. Exactly, she has me as her friend, so we could do everything for her. And it was also hand calligraphed and everything. So yes, and it was not for the whole family. It's not like 100 pieces. It's just 20, 10, something like that. So that was really nice. And also she came away in advance.
Yeah, we so know now.
We made it work.
Come
exactly.
prepared and come in advance.
Exactly. But most of the wedding clients are indeed just Belgian people and stuff like that. Because I'm also on a website where all the wedding supplies are on, and I'm also there on the category for invitations, so some people also find me there, but most people find me on Instagram. Like really, Instagram is really key.
Okay. And if you don't want to answer, don't answer. When you invited, you're not really invited in the wedding, but when you do calligraphy, do people like look weirdly because you wear the hijab, or you never felt that?
Yes. So when I clarify it's for wedding invitations, it's mostly sent to them, and I'm not there at the wedding, you know. But last time when I did the mugs, did the mug engraving, she also, so all the mugs had her initials and dates engraved onto them. in studio. And so I took them with me when I went there. And then there, sur place, I also did their names on it, right? So then that was actually like a few weeks back. That was my first engraving event during a wedding, you know? So mostly I always send them the invitations and I'm not there. But this one was the first. And all my other events happen in boutiques and in the stores of the clients, you know? So yeah, this time in the wedding of her with all the mugs that she gave to the people, it was so lovely. Everybody, this people was also they were non-white, so they were African people, right? Okay. Very nice people. Everybody was so happy to see their names engraved and very accommodating and welcoming. So yeah, nobody looked weirdly or anything. Everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I want this and that. I want for my auntie and my nephew and my."
Calm down the budget.
Exactly. We only have a limited option available, you know. But it was really really nice. Nobody looks weirdly. Also on corporate events. So when I'm at boutiques and everything, no. To my surprise, not. So I'm really happy. Also, most of the time, these people, they're very international people. They're on a lot of events. They're also very successful people. And I've also noticed successful people, they don't have like these stereotypes and everything. You know, they're there. If you do the work well, they're very impressed.
Yeah, and the focus is different.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's about the result and what you deliver instead of,
where you
so
come
to speak,
from,
superficial aspects.
Nobody cares about that. If you're valuable, you're valuable. It doesn't matter where you come from, what background you have, if you're Muslim or not. They don't care about that. So I've had that also has given me a lot of confidence. You know, so I'm there and everybody's so accepting. And in school, I had problems with hijab and everything. You know, so in my high school we couldn't wear it. And then even though you would wear modest clothes, they had a problem with that. Like they would send me to the principal's office, literally, for wearing long skirts.
Where did you go to school? Sorry. No, but she's right. In a lot of school, in my school, it was not. Brussels, it's not. It was not. No.
So and even though the teachers they had long skirts, and for us it's a problem that because it's considered extremism and stuff. You know that was the period, and so they sent us back home because we had like this very wide trousers on, like these Alibaba trousers, you know. So they sent us home, and then we had to wear something else to come back. It's very ridiculous, right? So that, we didn't feel very good, right? We were like, "What's this? Everybody attacking us, and we can't even be ourselves," you know. So there was a lot of pressure there. We didn't feel really good. And then I came into this world, and I'm like, "Wow." Like I'm sitting in these luxury buildings with these luxury people. Everybody's rich and they look fantastic and they're so nice and so welcoming. Nobody is judging me here or telling me I have to be something I'm not, stuff like that. And they're really interested and they ask you, "Oh, is this your job? And what do you do? And do you live here?" And so they want to know more about you. And that's very inspiring to see. It really has given me the motivation to keep going and the confidence that I'm actually where I have to be and stuff like that. I'm good at what I do, you know. I can help these people. I give them valuable things, you know, and they like it. So I'm valuable, you know. So
you found your place.
Voila, exactly. And I'm like, it's so funny where I came from. Like you get judged by ridiculous things, and then you get into the most luxurious jobs, being completely how you want to be. How beautiful is that, right?
It is beautiful. It's 180-degree difference from
from
the start.
So never change yourself for whatever. Like if you have difficulty growing up and stuff like that, so, like stick to your principles, stick to who you want to be. Nobody can take that away from you. Even if they tried, okay, it was a hard period, but look where we are now. Look at us now. Who has the last laugh, right? So voila, just keep going.
So you also think that your faith helped you during this process?
Definitely. Also being the way I was, the faith definitely helped me. I'm like, no, I'm not ever gonna remove my hijab, right? Because in high school I had to, and I was like, it's never gonna happen again, not on my watch. Like there's no way that I would take a job that would not let me allow it, put it on, right? Then bad for you. So you know you're the one losing here. I have so much potential. So that was all that also came with that decision. So with the jobs and everything, I'm like, no, I'm always gonna keep my hijab and it's gonna work out. I'm gonna make everything come true, and it worked. And so worked. Yeah.
And what about being a woman? Like, Because for you, you are wearing the hijab and you are a woman, but
Yes.
on the women's side aspect, I would say, did you feel like it was harder as an entrepreneur and as a woman to, I don't know, negotiate, get some contract,
Yes.
or
That's a
be in
good
certain
question.
places? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
We only have good questions.
That is very true. Yes, men would never have this struggle of people pleasing, right? But yes, I always want to make it work for the clients, even though sometimes it's difficult and this and that. But people pleasing was a struggle of mine, and I would pull all nighters to make it work, and because I told them that I would finish it in 2 days, and now even though it got so busy and I had to do other stuff, yeah, I told them. So now my sisters are like, but just change the date, just tell them it's not gonna work. But I don't like changing plans, like I said earlier. So I'm just gonna pull the all nighter. I'm just gonna do it, even though the let's say we discussed the project beforehand, and I was like, okay, this is the price, right? But now the paper arrived, and it's taking me so much longer because it doesn't work with my material. So I have to do first in crayon and then in the ink, and then I have to wipe it off, erase it, and it's gonna take so much more time because. Yeah, like we said, right? You can say it takes 5 minutes per card, but do it 200 times. This is taking you now 4 hours just to do the erasing parts. It's not even doing the calligraphy. So yeah, lots of unexpected things happen. Also with projects that you do for the first time, with materials you didn't work with before, they would take you now way longer, with time you didn't expect, time you didn't calculate in the fee, and then now you have to just do it for cheaper, right? So, and you don't want to, you don't want to bother the client with this. So then, there was a lot of unexpected things happening, but we learn from it, of course.
Exactly, it's part of the experience.
It's completely fine. But yes, the people pleasing was definitely a struggle in the beginning because you want to build something and you're like, yes, I want to make these people happy, of course. I don't want anyone to be unsatisfied. So yeah, even though like I was the most paying for it, I would just do it. I was like, okay, well, whatever. As long as the client is happy, I'm happy. Even when someone was not happy with something, I'll be like, you know what, you don't have to pay.
Oh, really?
I'm that bad.
Okay. Okay.
So yes, because you were really not happy, and I was like, okay, then voila, we're gonna leave it like. But it's not like 100 plus quantity,
Yeah, but some people, they will say they are not happy, but they will still use it. So basically, it's a value.
I had a client like that, wedding clients, and we had to bring a lawyer in.
Oh, really?
Right?
Okay.
Because she used everything, and then she didn't pay. She was like, I'm not paying.
Okay. Yeah, it's not okay.
That's not possible. So, but yeah.
But like
that also happens.
Like the client that you had, like where you had to bring a lawyer, it was the first time, or
yes.
Do you have like some other stories to tell?
I have another story, but I don't know if I can share it. But we can see afterwards, right? Of course. But I don't know if I can dare say their name. So if we want to keep this part in, I can't say the name of the company, but I can tell you the experience, right? But probably you've heard about it because it went pretty viral.
Now I want to know.
So I think this was like 2 years ago, and I was supposed to do some engraving for a brand in a department store in Brussels, right? So I had the contact with this brand, and they told me, well, at this day, and it was 2 days, and they were going to launch something, a new product or something, and I was there to do the engraving, and we were expecting lots of people, right? So then I come there, as I always do with my stuff, and voila. And
with the positivity.
Exactly. With my delulu-ness and my happy vibes. And I come there and I'm putting my stationery ready, my station. And I take I empty my luggage and everything. And then this woman of the brand, she tells me, the manager there who wants to speak to you, the manager of the department store. It's not even the people I work with. And then I'm like, okay, I'll finish this setup and then I'll go there. And then I went. And then he tells me, yes, we have protocols and the rules here. We have a policy, and you can't wear a headscarf here.
Oh my god!
Exactly. And me,
you were like, I'm back in high school.
Yeah. Literally, I'm like, I didn't become self-employed for this. I don't want to hear this trash. And I tell them, I don't think that's an issue because I work with this brand and they know me very well. So they have hired me here. We didn't have no contract whatsoever about this. So there's no issue.
Maybe they should see with the brand then.
Exactly. So I told them, you can call the brand and the people that I have contact with and discuss it with them, but I'm not going anywhere, right? And I'm not removing anything, okay? So then I was like, yeah, you can call them if you want, but I'll be over here. And then they made some calls, so I went back, and they made some calls and whatnot, and then I get a call. And then I get a call from the company who hired me here. It was for their station, because you have different brands in this department store. And then the headquarters calls me of this brand. Okay. Yes, in the Netherlands. And then I get a new number. I'm like, okay, I pick up. And then they tell me, oh, we have heard about this and we are terribly sorry. Apparently this department store has a policy where you can't wear symbols of religion. So a headscarf is not allowed there. This is so unaccepting. We did not know about this. We are terribly sorry. This is n'importe quoi. And
even if you compare it with the Netherlands, because in the Netherlands they're a little bit more open about that.
Way more ahead of us in that sense. They don't have policies like here. That's just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. They're way more open and welcoming.
Advanced,
yeah. And then she was like, we are terribly sorry. We're going to try and speak to them. But if it doesn't work out, we're going to have to let you go. But don't worry, we're going to pay you and everything. We did not know about this. We are very disappointed as well and stuff like that. And she was like, we're going to pay you for 2 days, because I was going to come 2 days, Yeah. So, voila. And I was like, okay. Then she says, voila, if we're going to have to wrap this up, I'm going to send someone and she's going to come speak to you. I'm like, okay, no worries. And I was like, okay, another, I was not even that shocked, because I had this history with my high school and whatnot with this issue. So I was like, okay, here we go again. This is Belgium, That's so I was like just being there, and the managers were there speaking to each other and whatnot. And in the meantime, some people were engraving some stuff, So I came like, oh yeah, you want?
So
this?
you were really working actually.
Exactly.
She was like, you know what? I'm going to do the work. Just
Voila,
look
you're
at me.
gonna see me.
I'm not disappearing.
Exactly. And also people from the brand themselves, they came and they were like, oh, you know what? I want to do this. Even though there was like chaos in that corner, we were just doing our thing. I was like, oh, do you want this or that? I'm just doing my thing, like very happy.
You're really delulu.
Voila. Being loud and everything. I didn't care about that. And then while I was doing everything, he was very happy. He left, and then a bit later, that woman came in, and then she said to me, "Yes, we're very sorry, but voila, we're gonna have to wrap this up. They really have an issue with it, and they don't want to settle, So then I'm like, okay, fine, no worries. And then she said, but you can finish whatever you're doing.
I would take 1 hour.
Exactly. And then I think she also had me engrave something that she was gonna take, And then I was doing it. And then, the two managers, they went to the back.
And did the manager ask for engraving?
Yes.
No.
It didn't come close.
He was in line and compliant with the policy.
Exactly. Him and another lady next to him. And then, so I'm still, finishing off. And then the other people, because there's a stance of every brand, right? So a lot of other people, they came and I was like, oh my gosh, we heard what happened. This is ridiculous. We don't agree with this. This is nonsense. We can't believe this happened. I'm like, yeah, what am I supposed to do, I didn't know about this either. Like, I just got hired to come here by these brands, and apparently this department store has this ridiculous policy. So then I was like, okay, we're gonna have to go. And then I told them, yeah, if you want me somewhere else, we're gonna better do it somewhere else, right? Because this location doesn't work for me. And yes, and then I left. And then they also called me again and they apologized a lot, and they asked me for my address and they were going to send me like a gift box.
Oh, that's nice.
So nice. Yes, it was so sweet. So yes, and ever since I've been in a case with them.
Against them?
Yeah, okay. For discrimination. Even though they're like, oh, neutrality is our policy, la la la. Yeah. We're still in that case.
No, because you're saying, in Belgium it's like this, but don't you want to move out and go to a country where it's more open or accepted, or you just like, no, I want to be the first woman they accept me?
In the United Kingdom.
Oh no!
Because they are ahead of us.
Yes, definitely, they're way ahead. I also know calligrapher there with the hijab working there, so it's really going great. But at the same time, I'm like, we have this issue here. But that's like 10%, because look at 90% of clients that I did land with my hijab, So then when I look at both of us, I'm like,
it's still a lot, but side. It's not that much. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm like, I have had way more experience with positive things, where they accepted me and they were happy about my services and whatnot. So why not make it big here? Make it normal that, a hijab woman, they can make it big too, Our place is here too. So something in me is also like, I want to show them that this is possible here as well. So that's why I think it's a good place to start and make it big. And then who knows? Maybe I'll move out someday.
We never know. We never
and
know.
go to a warm place. Definitely possible.
For sure. You said people pleasing.
Yeah.
What about imposter syndrome? Did you?
Not that much.
Okay.
Yes, maybe in the beginnings I'm like, oh, I'm not good enough and I didn't have that much experience. But now I have the experience. Everything is there. You can see it for yourself. So, like, if someone were to say nonsense, it wouldn't even bother me because I know my skill is good. And I know what I did to make it work and how long it took me and all these all-nighters I pulled off and whatnot. So I'm definitely good. Nobody can bring me down.
Okay, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And you were talking about the network of calligraphy in other countries. Like, are you also helping new people, newcomers?
Where, here or there?
Everywhere.
How do you mean?
Like, if there, because now I see that you do some workshop, and imagine that you find that someone has a really good talent. Like, will you help them, give them some good advice, do this, learn that?
Definitely. In the workshops, I give them everything they have to know about calligraphy, and the only thing that's left is for them is to practice, right? Because now you know all the rules, you know how the material works with your paper and how you have to work with this paper and this and that. Now the only thing left is for you to practice and get really good at this skill, right? And do it neatly. So if you can do that, then yes, I have no issue with whenever I can do something or a brand is asking, I can just refer them, you know?
Okay. And also people who slide in your DMs.
Yes, definitely. And there's some people also that, she was like, oh, I love calligraphy, this and that. Can you give me some feedback? And then she sent me, I'm like, okay, send me a few images of your calligraphy. And I'm like, okay, yes, we have to work on this and that and that. And I just told her what she has to change and what material she would work on best on this paper, and then voila, and she was very happy about it. So I'm very open with advice and tips and tricks. No worries.
You don't see it like a competition?
No, because I've had this question also, and I'm like, I don't see it more as the skill. You know, it's me, it's the person, and if you can't compare with anyone else if you're your person, right? Because then. Yeah, you're the most unique person. Like, nobody can compare with you. You're the best being you. So I'm not the best at doing calligraphy. I know that there are so many more people on this planet that can do it so much better, right? But I'm not competing with them. I'm competing with me. You know, like I'm in my own head. I'm in my own world. So yes, I can help you whatsoever. I'm not afraid of competition whatsoever. Also, in this industry, we help each other a lot. Like, there's a lot of community.
That's nice.
Like, I remember when I shared about this experience with the discrimination happening, all the calligraphers, they were sharing it. It was viral in the community.
Wow.
Right, really. And then they went to the department store's Instagram. They're like, shame on you.
Oh my God.
Like, calligraphers I've never met before in my life. They come from all over the planet, and they were like putting their comments there. So that was really, really sweet. They were like, I can't believe this happens in the calligraphy world, you know. Yeah, they were really, really supportive. And even me starting out, I used to ask so many questions to these calligraphers, you know. So now, when I get these questions from other people, of course I help them. Like, no worries at all. You
So
know?
it's not like an industry, it's like more like a community.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more, we're all friends.
If you don't have any work, you don't have any contract, you can like send a message to the network. I don't have anything to do. Can someone help me?
Sometimes, because last year for Mother's Day, we worked with a bunch of calligraphers also from the Netherlands, and then we did Ici Paris XL all across Netherlands and Belgium, right? So they also came here and they did a lot of events. We were all over, so everybody had the store a day, you know? So we help each other in that sense, or we're like, I always ask the other calligrapher also, are you free this day? Because they're asking, but I'm not available. Then she tells me yes or no. And then I go to someone else, are you available? Then I tell her, okay, I'll give your contact to them. So we're always helping each other out like this. Many times I've helped them land jobs that I didn't even work with this company. And I really want to work with them, but I already made an appointment. You know, I was booked by someone else already, like a loyal client. So I'm not going to cancel this because I want this, you know. So yeah, I always refer other people.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, because there is not many, I'm just thinking, there's not many industries that are actually working that way.
Yeah, true. That's why it's a good community, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not thinking like, okay, she's going to take
To
my
steal
job.
my
Yeah.
job, and I'm not gonna be paid.
Yeah, I don't think you'll get far that way. That's not
No.
a good mindset to have, because you can also use their help. So why wouldn't you help them either?
Mhm.
You know. So yes, this calligrapher, I've given her many good jobs, but she's also given me lots of good jobs. You know. So it's voila, you're both helping each other the whole time.
Situation.
Voila,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. And sometimes people ask me, oh, but you give these workshops and you teach them what you know, they will just take over your job, nanani. No.
They come for Assia. They don't come for
Exactly,
anyone else.
exactly. And if they need someone else, come, help us. You know, we need the help. So, yeah, it's completely fine for me. And also, yes, when I see myself, 20 years from now, I think I'm going to be on an island living, you know. So you can do this job.
Take us with you.
So it's completely fine. Yeah. So no, we're very much a good community here. So very nice. I love that about the calligraphy world.
That's nice. I hope you don't mind, but I think it's also we are also curious about the finance part of
Yeah.
your job.
Yes.
Can you maybe give us approximately one of your biggest contracts?
Biggest month.
Biggest month, or like the biggest one contract, how much it was, so that people can understand. All right, but also the cost, because I'm wondering, I think that you have also a lot
There's a
of
lot
cost.
of taxes and stuff. Yeah. There's so much involved. Sometimes my friends like, why are your prices so low? Like everything goes to the sociale bijdrage and the taxes. Like you
That's
have
the
to-
reality
yes.
of being an entrepreneur in Belgium. as well.
Exactly. Maybe people they don't think about that when
No.
they see a contract. They see an invoice. They're like, oh, she's getting that much. Half is going there, and the other half is going there. You know, there's not much left. But I would say my highest income month was about 9K.
Okay.
Yes, and then I had a 1K even with a wedding client, so it was actually 10K a month. And I always refer back to it. I'm like, 10K a month was my highest month, and I'm so happy about that.
It's like a target maybe, or not specifically.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's always a target. So I'm like, I wanna get to it again. But it was like holiday season.
Yeah,
right?
of course. And
So
we need
it's
to take
very
into
easily-
account the context, etc.
Yeah, it's very easily attainable in the holidays because you have so many people asking you and so many things to do. But I also had wedding clients back then as well. So with events only, you won't get there because your time is limited, right? You could only be in one place at a time. But I had so many projects also in the studio at the same time that I had to finish up, and these were also a few thousands, you know, because I had like 500 envelopes, another project, so many things to do. So that was also, there were a lot of all-nighters that month too, but it was a good month.
In terms of percentage, like how much of that amount was your cost?
I got a BTW-factuur, an invoice BTW-factuur for 4,500.
Okay.
And, yeah, and I was
of
like,
it, then.
what is
Yeah,
this?
50%.
I was so disappointed. I didn't like it. And then I sent it to my other calligrapher friend, and I was like, is this normal? Like, whoa, this is too much. And then she said, this is normal. This is how it is. I'm like, oh, I have to move out. Let's go to another country. Yeah.
But that's the reality, because a lot of people say, yeah, get rich quick, get 10K a month. Yeah, but how much are you gonna pay?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But then I listen to a lot of manifestation stuff and coaches on their podcast and whatever. I love it. And then they say, whenever you have a big because we don't like paying big invoices, right? This is really a problem.
Nobody.
Yes. But then she turns this around. So she says every time she gets a big invoice to pay, she says, all these people I'm going to help with this invoice, I'm gonna put food on their table. I'm gonna be I'm helping them have electricity in their home, help feeding their kids, help driving their kids to school. And then you're thinking of the impact that's behind this invoice, then you'll have more ease paying it off. Right? And I love that philosophy about it. This is such a nice feeling that you're now associating with this big payment you have to do. And then it changes the whole frequency with you handling it. And then you wouldn't have a grudge anymore when paying this, right? You would think of the positive behind it. If we want to get lots of sums of money, then we have to also get used to paying lots of sums of money.
And
that comes with it.
That's exactly what I say to people that say, oh yeah, I'm going to pay X amount of money in tax. I'm telling them, yeah, but you get to pay that amount of money because you earned that amount of money. And maybe the invoice is not okay, but your amount of money is incredible as well. So
exactly.
be grateful in a way
Voilà.
of the
It's really
taxes
true.
that you're paying,
It's
but
really
it's because you earn a lot.
True. If you don't want to pay lots of taxes, then you're
That's
not going to
easy.
make lots of money.
Stop
Yeah.
working.
It comes with it. It's up, it's big,
Exactly.
you know. So yes, we have to get. It has to get very normal now. You have to get used to it.
And how do you maybe prepare the contract, the pricing? Because you said in the beginning you were asking the network, but now with all the learning that you have, how do you do it?
I don't change my prices a lot over the years. You know, that's also something. But my other calligrapher friends, they see me and then they're like, "Oh, you can change your pricing here or there." Or I see what the price is in the market, and then I put it a little bit more than that. You know, because I know I have so much costs. But voila. Like I ask around a bit. I see what other people are pricing their things for, and I know also that now I have way more experience than other calligraphers and stuff like that. But still, my prices are still on average the same as like a year or 2 years ago. And my calligraphy friend is now like, okay, we're gonna have to change the pricing now because we have so much demand, and there's not a lot of people who do this work, so we can put it at a little bit up, you know. Yeah. So maybe we're gonna do that in January.
So the raise of the price is with the other people.
Yeah. We go to always it's like this. So
like a real community.
Yes. Everybody will put our prices on the same level, so that there's no competition price wise. You know. So we're offering the same services, so it's the same. Even though this one has bigger following, even though this one has landed way more clients, we keep the prices the same. Yeah.
And are you considering maybe hiring someone to help you, or you just want to work alone?
It's so funny because my friend says,
told me it's just a question. I want to know.
She told me this yesterday. So funny. But I'm in Mansac, so I work for myself. I'm not allowed to take someone and then put it as a business cost, you know. Until you're a BV, you can do that.
Okay.
So then you have to make, I don't know, like 100K or something. Then you can become a BV. So yeah. We're still working up there, but I have my free people in my house that can help me for free.
Yeah, I forgot about the slaves.
Yes. I have my friends and my sisters who can help me for free, so it's fine. Or I will get them dinner or something, you know. So I'm like, oh, when we go out, it's on me. Voila, so that's fine too.
You work for 10 hours. You can only dinner and a movie.
They don't work for 10 hours. They just come 1 hour or something.
I'm just joking.
I do most of the work. They get tired of it, they leave. I'm like, yeah, you're not forced, you can leave.
But you can still hire people like consultants. You know what I mean? So you can still pay somebody to help you for a few hours, I don't know, a day or a week.
Yeah.
I mean, probably there's some threshold. Yeah. But you can pay them like consulting work for you.
You mean like advice?
Yeah, some sort of advice.
I think most of the help I would need is like handwork.
Okay.
You know? So yeah,
the nephews and the nieces are there.
Yeah, they'll do the work. Yeah.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
And maybe during the first time that you launched your project, how long did you have to wait to get a profit?
When I started,
yes, was it immediately
the profits?
Yeah.
At least to reach break-even. Yeah.
Or, you mean like in income wise? Yeah. I actually don't know. I have to look back at this because I don't know anymore. It's because it was not. It was still minimum category when I started off. Like I was maybe my first year I made 16,000 in a year. You know, it was not that great. And then after that, something in the 20, and then after that, I think it was 40K last year. Something like that. Yeah.
And are you also advised by, I don't know, maybe by the bank, by an accountant? Do you need an accountant when you're in Mansac?
Definitely, yeah. I had an accountant since the start because I'm not going to do that. That's way too. That's too
we
much.
Understood when you said math was not for you.
Well, I'm not doing that at all. So whatever they tell me to pay, I pay it. You know, I don't even look or I calculate again or something. I don't. I also have this habit of. I don't track my payments, you know? So now I'm like, oh, where's the money actually? Sometimes there's really late, people are being late with paying. And I'm like, oh, but I expected that to come in like last month. How is it not here yet, you know? Yeah. So then I go and I send them a message, but I'm not like on top of it as I should.
Do you have like some payment terms, like they pay 10% in advance and then 20?
No, everything is after the events. So when I do an event, it's always Yeah.
I would never do that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, but we are in the finance and the money business, so we know that. That's why.
I would be like,
Oh, really?
you're paying 50%.
Yeah, even when we asked the question, what is your day like? I was expecting, I don't know, half an hour a day just for the admin stuff. But
The admin stuff I always do at the end of the month.
okay.
You know, because I'm like, okay, now I'm going to gather all the invoices that came into my mailbox and the kind of bonnetjes that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put everything into the program. And then also the invoices that I sent out, I also put it in the program. Yeah. So I do it at the end of the month. So actually I have to do it now.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Exactly. Sometimes my accountant sends me reminders. It's like, okay, until the 7th of the month, I want it to be done. You know, so then I do it. So it's fine. I've always had an accountant because I was not gonna do it on my own. It was also something that I was like doubtful about. Like, how am I gonna do this? I'm like, no, well, I'm just gonna figure. I'm gonna pay someone to do it. I'm not gonna give myself a headache, so I can focus on my skill.
Yeah,
you know?
Maybe just a general advice, because I know that a lot of people, they think, yeah, this is not for me. I'm not in the accounting or the legal aspect, so I'm paying somebody just to take care of that. I know that it's a full-time job and nobody has the time to be like a specialist into something, but having a broad or at least a basic understanding is always important, because you know where your money is going, where it's coming from, how to maybe, I don't know, sometimes it's a stupid thing, I don't know, just the ink that you're using, you're just wiping it and that's it. But if you multiply that, you know, that ink multiplied by, I don't know, every month, maybe can do some savings. And just having a small understanding of where the money is coming from, what time it takes to get the money back from the client, it can make a huge difference. And then you have an accountant, never hesitate to ask them questions to understand what they're actually doing. Because of course they have like, they need to be ethic and they follow, etc. But you never know, you always have to be ahead of your own account. At the end of the day, it's your money, it's your figures, it's your account, so keep an eye on it.
Sure. He's very nice, my accountant.
Of
now.
course, and they
I
are
always
nice,
ask
they
him
love
questions.
when they receive questions, they love that. But they, for sure, they can say that not the majority of their clients are actually questioning what they are doing, and they're having a second not a second guess, but at least questioning what he's doing, just to see and to make sure that they understand. So
okay, that's a good idea.
It's a side note, yeah.
Okay, yes, keep the advice coming. I love it. Yes, I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
And maybe what's your philosophy when it comes to making money vs staying true to your art? Like, do you only think, okay, I'm going to make money?
Yeah, because you mentioned that you had some sort of a target in your head, and we know that it's not a real target, but it's something that you keep in your mind. But how do you try to achieve that target, but at the same time it's all about the art and not really, you know, being the next millionaire? Or maybe, we don't know.
Yes, it's also possible, of course. I've seen wedding stationery artists in the abroad who make 6 figures a month with doing invitations, which you would think, how do you do it? But there's a lot of smart systems in place and whatnot. Of course, I'm not there yet, but it would be very nice to have that also. But I love the skill that I do, and I think, of course, you can't. Well, you're not going to ask 100 euros for an envelope. You know, you can't scale like this in this case. But in other aspects, you can scale you can scale the pricing. You know, you can increase it, so you can get targets in other ways. There's a lot of income streams you can come up with for this. You can do courses, you can do workshops, you can do live events, stuff like that, so online events. But yes, when it comes to the skill, there's not much scaling you can do, like what I would say, you know. But I still love it, so I don't think I'll give this up like anytime soon, because this is the skill that started, how I started with, and how I started all my business. So I want to keep this.
Do you have like a marketing strategy so it goes beyond just social media? Maybe you have other things than just social media.
Social media is the main thing. Yes, I post every day. So that I have been doing this for now, I think a year and a half. I've been posting every day for the last, let's say, 16 months or something. I don't know. I don't exactly remember when I started. And I always wanted to do it. Because I saw a lot of people having so much results with this, with posting every day. I was like, oh, I have to do that. Now one day I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna start, and I'm not gonna skip a single day. I'm just gonna do this. And so I did it, and ever since then, I've gained 15K followers. So it's a very good strategy. And also, the good thing about it is that you don't know what's gonna work or not, right?
Exactly.
But some videos where they went viral, and I had this one video, and what's also not nice, maybe it's a good strategy. If you want to go viral, you need the hates. You need hate comments.
Hate comments.
Yeah, you see that sometimes they're posting just controversial or ridiculous stuff or controversial aspect
stuff.
just for people to get mad in the comment, and then
boom, exactly. So I did a video about hijab, right? A hijab ban in Belgium. Easy peasy. It has 2 million views, and you have all these Indians hating in the comments.
Oh, wow.
You don't even live here. Like, what do you have to say about this? You know, but because of them, it went all the way up. So that's really good. And lots of people also shared their experience in other videos that I also talk about hijab. A lot of people also share their experiences, because I have one that says, my teacher told me, nobody would hire me with my hijab, and look at me now, you know. So, because the video was in Tiffany & Co.
Exactly.
Because I was doing photography for them, and then everybody was like commenting on, oh, that's so wonderful, I can't believe your teacher said this. And then people were sharing their own stories, like, my teacher said this, and now I'm her boss, and this and that.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, I love this,
revenge,
right? So many good stories, and also you have the haters. So yeah, it works. Hate works. So because of that, it got me a lot of viewers on my profile, and people that like my work, they would follow, you know.
But do you like to do it? Like, is it easy for you, social media? Do you enjoy it, or is it just a part of the job?
I love it.
Okay. But did you love it since the beginning, or it just came with the fact that you, I would say, so to speak, became good at doing it?
No, I love this. I always loved it. I don't even look at it now as marketing. You know, I look at it as, oh, it's social media. I'm sharing here things with my friends. You know, like it's
my 50K friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think that it's still kind of intimate, private for me, you know. Even though you would see that number, it would be like, oh, she gets so much DMs. No, no, not at all. There's a lot of people who ask random stuff like, are you married, this and that. But delete. But then I have my friends just sharing, reacting to my stories and stuff. So then I answer them, and so it's I've never looked at it as work. I love posting stories. Like, even back in the day, I had no followers. I was posting my stories on my trips and this and that, and about my family, what I made for dinner, this and that. So I always loved it. It was, even now, I don't even look at it as work. Even after an event, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna share what I did. So nice, so my friends can see. You know, it's always so my friends can see, because they always ask me, and how have you been the last weeks? And I'm like, oh, but you saw my stories, right? So that's very nice, so that you stay up to date with all your friends, and I love that. I want to share it on my own. I want to share it from, you know, it's not even work related. I just want to share it. Okay. Even if it's a podcast that I liked, or somewhere I went, it was very nice, I would just share it so that my friends could see, you know. Yeah, I don't even think about all the other people who are watching. Mostly I'm sharing it so my friends can see and they can know, you know, and then they react and stuff. So it's very nice.
I'm asking because for me, I found it difficult. That's why.
Yes, yeah. I don't know why I love this since the beginning, and so I've never had issue with it.
Maybe it's because the way you approach it.
Yeah.
So because you approach it like as a fun way to just share, and not really something.
No pressure.
No pressure, because in your case or our case, it's more like professional side of it. So maybe the strategy, I would say, or the goal in mind is different.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yes, when I'm posting, I'm not thinking, oh, I have to get clients, or I want people to buy this. You know, I'm more sharing what I love, and then if they like it, so be it.
So when you started, did you had like, it's okay, you said I'm gonna post every single day. Did you had like some sort of a calendar, sort of a strategy, like today I'm gonna post, I don't know, a reel, and the other day I'm gonna post just a post, and then I'll be on the story 5 times a day?
Oh no. Okay. Nothing complicated like that.
It was just one post, just one post a day.
One reel a day.
One reel a day.
Reels, because reels were really, really in, and I saw people like growing their accounts to what was it, 50K followers in 2 months. I'm like, whoa, okay. Wait. So, and it's also good. It's always good to have a large following, because then it means you really know what you're doing, right? So I was always intrigued by that and inspired. I was like, okay, I also want to do it. And they only share a reel a day. I'm like, okay, I can easily do that. A reel a day is very fine. 6 seconds, 7 seconds, easy peasy. right? And then there's so many things you can do. You can do voiceovers, you can share your work, you can share the places you go to. I see so many people sharing their clothes, this and that. Very interesting stuff. Recipes. You share your whole lifestyle, and people will get intrigued and they'll lean in, right? And the first time I saw this was also a long time ago. I never shared my face on social media. And then I saw this one statistic of a woman. She said, if you post yourself, you're gonna get like 100% more engagement. I'm like, okay, let's try this out. And I did, and it has like 100 likes for the first time in my life. And I'm like, okay, there is something about showing face and making it personal, right? Because then people want to obviously know who's behind the account.
Exactly.
Even now, I go to accounts and I see no face. I'm like, we want to see the business owner behind it and the passion, and yes, we want to see your faces.
You want to answer, or should I answer, Sarah? Go ahead.
People can relate to you, and it'll have way more engagements.
I'm too shy.
Yeah, don't believe her. Honestly, don't believe her.
You're doing a good job. Look at you.
No, I don't know. I'm really too shy for social media. I don't like that people that I don't know can look at me.
But it's also like that on the streets.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm just walking on the street. Maybe I see them once. But
but you think that people are actually going to look at you every single day on stories or on the post? It's not the case.
I don't know.
Just they go on and then they do swipe. They watch 2 seconds max, and then they.
Maybe it will be a strategy for 2020.
I don't know. I was going to ask her, because she has more experience than us. She can share an advice for us.
Do you have an advice for us? Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yes,
it's
definitely.
For Sarah, who's shy. Yeah, you know what I said is since the beginning.
I'm definitely, like, I can say I was also shy in the beginning. That's why I only shared pictures,
Okay.
Like, and then the picture, I would make sure it looks good and everything is decent. And now I'm way more easy being before the camera, right? But speaking like this in front of the camera, I'm still not going there. Honestly,
you'll get there. After that, you'll get there. Don't worry.
Because now I'm trying to do it more and more, speaking in front of the camera, because engagement goes up like that, and you can gain so much followers, and then you can attract your ideal clients and stuff like that. So we really love that. First, I started off with pictures, and also my friend was a photographer. She's still a photographer, my best friend. So we would go out and everything. She'll be like, "Oh, do this, do that, and this is very nice angle. So I'm gonna take a picture of you here." And being around them has also given me lots of experience in that sense. Being in front of the camera and this and that. So I've learned a lot from it. But I started off with pictures, and then as you can see, my reels is just me moving or eating or walking.
But that's the goal of the reels. It's supposed to be just on the clock. You take something and you post it. And
now I have so much B-roll. Like, I can take whatever video and put a text on it. And it's not me talking in the front of the camera, so it's way more comfortable, right? So first with pictures. And I also used to send a lot of videos speaking to my friends. And they were like, "Oh, post this. This is so fun," because I would just take them to my room and I would speak to them and I would show them what I'm working on. And they would love it. And everybody, like, I send them on WhatsApp, like a little snap thing. And then they would love it and then send me all their reactions, like, "Oh, this is so fun. And you have to post this on Instagram." And then I went to Instagram, like, okay, you know what? I'll post myself here more now. And I have all this B-roll now too. So I started doing that there. And it's comfortable because I don't even have to speak to the camera. It's literally me walking. And I already got used to the picture making, so it's okay. And now I'm going to start speaking in front of the camera, because why not? Right?
Nice.
So it's step by step. It's not volatile. Because like last time, I think it was last month, we made a YouTube video. Me and my sister.
So it's
yes.
I did watch this interview that I see. So
it's so funny because I posted it, and then my friend was visiting me that day. And I posted it like this, and she was sitting over there. And then I told them, I just posted my first YouTube video. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm going to watch it right now." I'm like, "No."
Don't watch it in front of me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the first reaction.
Go home and watch it, not here. So in that sense, it's okay to still be shy, and because it's still new, right?
Yeah.
So watch in your own house, not here. But it comes step by step. It's not just like that. Even the YouTube video, I was so shy to speak in front of the camera. Like, my sister really forced me, my twin. She so much forced me, and I was very uncomfortable even in the start. And I was like, okay, what am I going to talk about? Let's do this maybe interview style where she asked the question and I answer. I was like, that's more natural, so that's nicer. Because it's just speaking in front of the camera, I'm just babbling about, and you don't know where this is going. I don't like that. And even planning a whole script out from since beginning, middle, end, that's too much pressure. So I was like, we're going to do it chill and easy for the first time, so that we get into this habit of of doing YouTube, and then we can move up and do other things too.
That's how we also do it with the
Very
podcast.
chill. Yeah, that's very nice.
Because you work from home.
Yeah.
You said you wake up, you do your thing. Is it easy for you to disconnect and to not think about your job? What do you do? Because okay, I know it's not a job for you, it's a passion. But like, what do you do to be zen?
TV. Really, it's movies, it's TV shows. I love K-dramas.
Me too.
I love them, but sometimes I get too obsessed.
That's why you're delulu. Like, I'm not like this.
Everything is possible there, so it must be possible here as well, right?
Yeah.
But yes, spending time with family, with friends, going out, that's definitely very zen to me. Yeah.
And when you're on vacation, do you still read some emails, or you're like, no, now I'm on vacation, it's my me time?
Oh no, always emails.
So the connection is quite hard. It's
yes, because even though I have an automatic messaging going that automatic reply, I'm on vacation, this and that. Sometimes I like to see what it is, and then I answer them or I don't. If they have the automatic reply, it's good, I can answer until I'm back. But if it's something is urgent and I can't do it, they will find out either way. So that's fine. Or if it's a company and they sent me and I know their automatic reply went to them, and then I tell them, oh yes, I'll be back on this day, make sure to send me by that day or something like that. So yeah, I don't see it. The thing is, I'm so delulu. In my head, I'm living my dream life because I love to do this,
Yeah.
So I don't really look at it as work, It's so fun. So I made it so that it's fun for me, that I don't feel the pressure of it. I'm like, I can do this and that, and I always have so much ideas, so many ideas. I can fill notebooks with all my ideas that I have, and I want to write this blog, and I want to make this video, and I want to do this and that kind of project. So many things I want to do. So I think if you let yourself be free, your creativity is going to go through the roof.
Would that be the same if you had a full-time job?
Never.
Yeah, but it's important to say it as well.
When I made that shift to stop looking for jobs for the rest of my life, I was in that admin job, right, for 3 months doing replacing someone who was pregnant. And it was also, when was it? I think it was like January, February, something like that. These months. And so these months it gets dark really fast, right? And so I used to leave the house, it was dark, 7 something.
Come back,
and then
dark.
It was dark, and I hated it. I was like, no way, I'm going to live like this. I'm like, this is going to stop right here and then. And also, I still had some calligraphy projects going. So I was so tired when I got home, and I didn't have no ideas, and I was sucked out. The energy was sucked out. I was so tired, I just wanted to sleep when I got home, right? So I was like, no. I can't do both of these at the same time. So I'm like, I'm going to stop these stupid jobs, and I'm going to do my own thing. And ever since, it has been really, really fun.
We can really feel it, to be honest.
Lots of people say that.
Yeah, we see it, that like you're free. I really see that you don't feel it like a job.
Exactly.
To be honest,
I'm just having fun every day.
Our previous guest left a message for you.
Ooh.
Obviously, that person didn't know who was going to be the next guest.
All right.
And that person wanted to know what is the best advice you received, and what is one advice that you wished you have gotten?
The best advice I've gotten. I would say, don't take advice from people that are not where you want to be. Right? Because so many people, they will come and they will be like, oh, you have to do this with your life, and you have to do this and that. But like, why would I listen to you? I don't want your life, right? Like, there's so many family members, let's say, and they talk about advice on marriage and this and that, or you have to find a job, but you're miserable. Why would I listen to you, right? No, well, we don't do that anymore. So every time someone says something, I just look at their life. I'm like, I have nothing to gain there, so I'm not listening to that. And of course, we listen to the people who are way ahead. And I've also noticed that people who are way ahead and they're successful and everything, they support you completely, fully at all times, right? If you start a podcast, they fully support it. You go for it, post every day. We love it. We want to see it. Keep it coming. If you start a business, whatever it is, they will support you. They're gonna be like, yes, go do it. It's definitely possible for you. But then you have people that don't do nothing with their lives, and they're gonna tell you, oh, that's not gonna work. You know, oh, why bother? No one's gonna.
Most of the time, it's jealousy. It's just jealousy.
Talking about their fears.
Yeah,
exactly. Putting their limitations on you.
Yeah.
Well, you keep them, but I will go where I want to be. Right? Advice that I wish I've gotten. Maybe say no more easily, right? Like the people pleasing aspect. Like sometimes, let's say my neighbors wanted a project done, and I really didn't like it. You know, then I would do it because they're my neighbors. I'm going to see them every day. You know, better for me just to do it. But if you say, like, the sooner you say no to things you don't want to do, the sooner you're going to get things that you do want to do. You know, you do want to say yes to. And if you say yes to everything, you're going to get you're going to get things that you also don't like. But if
leftovers.
Yes, and you don't want leftover, right? We want the whole meal. We want voila, so then we have to choose. And then if it's something you don't want to do, just say no so that you make room for what you do want. So at a certain stage when I was starting off, I did lots of things. I did calligraphy, I was doing watercolors, I was doing workshops, I was doing illustrations, I was doing all sorts of things, right? But then I was like, you know what, this is way too much. People won't even understand what I'm doing. I don't even like the things that I'm doing right now. And lots of people would also come and they would be like, oh, I want 5 cards to be written like this and that, and this one with the color like this, and this one like this, and this one like, every card is different. This will take me 8 hours to make for €5, €10. Like, this is not worth it, you know? Like, I want to have time, do something better, something bigger, make work for big companies and stuff like that, stuff that excites me. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to start saying no to that. So then I made it on my story. I made a declaration and I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. So that's done. I'm only taking these orders, you know? And then ever since that day, I got way more
because you know your
better
value.
Projects. Yes. And why would I waste my time doing this just to satisfy them, because I can't say no and I want to make them happy. But then I can serve so many other people with my skills, you know, doing something that I love and being paid way more.
I think it's typically, again, something that a woman is afraid to say no.
Yes. Yeah. So you grow and then you'll grow out of it. Yeah. But it's definitely that. Yeah. Just cross what you don't want, put it aside, say no, and we're going to go into this direction. Otherwise, you'll be stuck. You won't be where you want to be, and then you'll figure out why is that. But actually, you didn't make the decisions that someone that's way further ahead would make, right? So definitely that one is a good one.
And how do you take care of your mental health with your business?
That's a good one. That's a really good one. Actually, last year it was so busy that I barely spent time with myself. I was just doing work. And then when things slowed down, I was not feeling good. You know, I wanted to distract myself again. And I was like, but where is this coming from, right? So then I was talking to my friends and my sisters, and there were some things that I didn't deal with, things from childhood and stuff like that, some beliefs that I still had in my head, some family stuff that I really didn't process yet. And it's funny because even though you forgot, but your body didn't forget, right? So you felt really tired and this and that. But then, I started going to therapy. And I'm not ashamed of saying that, and it has really helped me. Because then you reframe the things that you've been through or stuff like that, and you frame it in a way that now empowers you, instead of it saddened you or, you know, it did something emotionally. Now it did something good, and then you grow from there, and it can only get better, you know. So it's very nice because things would come up and I'd be like, but where is this coming from? But then when I would talk to her, she's holistic, so she also does meditations with you and everything, and I love that. So everything has been going great ever since, because once you deal with something, it will not pop up again, because you know you fixed that, you healed it. Yes. So it's all about the perspective that you have regarding that thing. When you move forward and you view at it now differently in a good way, then you feel good about it. Then you go on. But of course, we're never perfect, right?
No.
But we're close to feeling very good, and that's what we like.
Maybe one more question. If you had to sum up your journey in one word, which word will it be? One last question from you.
One word from start to finish.
Yes.
It's not the end.
Yeah, no, not that
it's
yet.
not.
No, of course not.
Oh, there's so many words I want to say. I want to say the Lulu. Actually, the
I
Lulu.
thought you would say passion.
That too. People are. I hear it a lot where people tell me, you are so blessed that you found your passion."
Mm-hmm.
Because many people, they are looking for it, but yeah, you don't know it yet. But it's you have to try lots of things out, and then you will find it. So it's completely fine. Especially now that we're in our 20s and you just finished school, like go do whatever you want. Like figure it out. You can find something that you will like, right? Don't be shy, just do it, and then you'll find something that you like. Because when I started doing calligraphy, I never thought, oh, this was going to be my job, and I was just doing it as a hobby, and then I noticed how obsessed I was, and I didn't leave it alone. So then I made it, like I took it to where I am today. But yes, passion can be the word, or I would say persistence is also a good one.
It's a good one.
Persistence. Yeah, you can get whatever you want to be if you're just persistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And not persistent in the way where you have to do 1 hour of this kind of work every day. No, it's really you're embodying this. This is becoming your life. You're like, before this was ever my job, I was absorbing all this content. I was talking to these calligraphers, and I was so much in their world. This was my new world now. It's not. You get it? So I was also speaking about this, and I told my sisters and my family this, and I'm like, oh, look at these people. They do something that they love, and it's so pretty, and this and that. So yeah,
I think you were building like a whole personality.
Yeah,
You were like, from the student or the person that is looking for a job, you were becoming a calligrapher.
Yeah.
So, and now with all the characteristics, and you were just ticking each
Yeah,
one of
right?
these, not knowing them obviously,
Yeah.
but you were creating the whole personality. And I think a lot of people, they forget or they neglect that when they want to do, I don't know, they want to be an athlete, or they want to, I don't know, start painting or stuff. It's not about just taking the brushes and the color and that's it. It's about, who are you as a painter? Who do you want to be?
Exactly.
And start creating that personality that when you present yourself, you say, hey, I'm a painter, or I'm an artist, with everything that it embodies.
Exactly. It has to become part of you.
Exactly.
You have to become it.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. You have to go into the bubble of the calligraphy world.
Exactly.
Yes, true. You can't say you want to be an actor, but you've never been to an audition. You've never looked at other people, or you don't know any actors. You don't know any movies. You have to be completely in that world. No,
exactly.
You can, like, there's this thing that you talk about for hours. That's your thing. You can talk about for hours without shutting up. That's you. That's your thing, right? Yeah,
exactly.
It's not. It doesn't just come like this. You have to.
It's the work.
It's a whole. Yeah, it's a whole journey you have to be on. Yeah.
And if someone discovered your calligraphy, let's say in 100 years, what do you want them to feel? Because for me, an artist is someone that leaves a part, like a tiny part of him or her in every piece that they create.
Yeah.
So that's the way I see an artist. So in my way, when you were like engraving a bottle or something, you're leaving something. What is it that you're leaving? And what do you want people like to feel?
I would say joy, right? Because if I'm there engraving, when I'm engraving in the stores and I give it to them, they're like, and the whole energy just shifts in the room, right? And they're so amazed, and they're like, this is beautiful, and she's gonna love it. And they get the whole spirit in the rooms is just, the energy is flowing here, like this is next level. And they're so happy, and I'm just so happy looking at them being amazed, and their eyes are sparkling, and I'm just so happy being there and seeing this happen. And I could do a part here in her gifting someone else and making them happy, and she's now even happy gifting it to someone. I love it. So even the work, like you said, because now it used to be a hobby, but now it's work. But I do it a lot, and even when I do the calligraphy and I look at it, I'm like, wow, this is so beautiful. So even now, years down the line, I still love it, and I am amazed by my own work. So I love to do it because it also fulfills me in the way that it's so beautiful, and it gives me joy, And then the people that are going to get it, they also get the joy. So it's a game of joy.
That's beautiful, yeah.
Right?
And not many people can do that in their job. So
Yeah, finance. I don't know.
No, but that's true.
And which surface did you have like to do some calligraphy, and that you were like, oh my god, what is that? Like a weird surface. You said a lot about paper. I don't know, maybe a rock.
Yes, wood. I don't like wood because you have all these pieces of wood that come out, and it's not flat. It's not.
So
a
you're
flat
still a
surface.
perfectionist as well.
But also because it's irritating to work with because it comes out and everything, you know, and the material doesn't work perfectly on it. So you have to first sand it down so that it's as smooth as it can be, and then you can work on it. Or if they send me paper that's handmade paper and it's very thick and heavy, and you have all these, it's like this, and then it comes out. You know, the paper comes out. Oh, I don't like that at all. Don't give me handmade paper. I'm not even gonna do that. that's just a headache. I don't do that at all. No, smooth paper all the way is the best, because then you can do the calligraphy however you want it, you know. But if you do it with something with a hard surface, there's limitations. Like it's not going to be as flowy as you want it to look because it's a very rough texture. Yeah.
Awesome. And you said that you want to be in an island in a few years. We understood that. But where do you really see yourself in 10 years with your business? Can we call it a business?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself?
That's a good question. So then I'd be my 30s, half 30s. Yeah, maybe because I always want to do events. I love them so much. Maybe something will change
we never know.
Yeah, 10 years later. But I love events, so I think maybe I'll do less handwork and I'll do more events, and then the rest is digital.
Okay.
You know, so that people can like have online courses and stuff like that, and they can buy invitations and stuff, but without me having to put every minute into it. Yeah, I think it's going to be more like that. That my time is a bit off of it. It's not as much required. But then maybe I would be coaching people that want to do this full time.
Yeah, maybe.
Because then I have lots of experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, definitely possible.
Okay, it's amazing. One last question.
Yes.
What does success mean to you, both personally and professionally?
I would say the freedom. Wow. I just love the freedom. It's everything. Like I can wake up at the time that I want. I can leave. I can do my appointments, my dentist appointments, watching my friends, going out, going for a movie,
watching K-dramas.
Yes. I also take Korean classes, by the way. So it's very nice to be flexible. You can pick up any hobby, any sports. You can go to the gym whenever you want. It's really the best. You can travel. You can take the car and go to Germany, to a wedding there, to the UK visiting. You can do whatever you want. Whenever, because you're very flexible with your agenda, and I love that.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I think that everyone wants that.
Right, right. Because
the definition of freedom is different for everyone.
Yeah.
That's true. For some people, it's like physical, where they are in the world. For some people, it's just about money-wise. For others, it's the time.
It's also money, of course.
Of course.
But the time is the most important, because we can never get our time back, right? Today we're the youngest we can ever be.
Exactly.
So we want to enjoy it, of course. Even though it's work and everything, I still enjoy it so much, because I've chosen to do this, and I can do it whenever I want. I can decide to do now half of the work today and the other half in the weekend, and then I can go somewhere Saturday all day. Oh, that's so nice, you know. Even during the week, mostly my breaks are in the week. Because in the weekends, sometimes I don't even know what day it is. Honestly,
you know what? That is for me the definition of freedom.
Yeah.
When you don't know which day of the week it is.
Yeah.
This is freedom.
You just finish the work for the deadline, and then you just go about the other days, finishing other stuff, in a calm manner, because you still have time. I love that.
That's beautiful. It's like when we were kids and you were on vacation, you don't know, is it Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah. Right?
Is the day to leave?
Exactly. Yeah, no Monday.
You're not waiting for the time to pass you by. You're filling the time with what you want. Exactly. That's the best thing ever.
And we should get back to that time.
Yeah.
We should go back.
Yeah, we should. I think a lot of people should get back to that time, because it was light, it was filled with love. I know for a lot of kids it's not the case, but for the majority of them it was just, innocence and just joy, and then life was eternal, which is not the case, but you didn't know that when you were a kid. So
very true.
Yeah. Amazing. I said one last question, but I was lying. I have
It's
one
alright.
last.
It's alright. I like
I
the
have
questions.
one very
Keep them
last,
coming.
actually, a very last, which is who do you think we should invite after you?
Ooh.
Now you can decide whoever you want.
Maybe my sister.
Oh,
The filmmaker.
No, the coach.
The coach.
Yes. So she speaks a lot about limitations, the coaching, how Islam goes hand in hand with success and the inner work, about healing. She speaks so much about that, and she speaks with lots of people every day, helping them. Yes, she also has a course, but she knows a lot about this stuff. So even then, when I told her I was coming here today, she was like, "Oh, and who are they? And where can I find their podcast? And this and that." I'm like,
it's coming,
see."
it's coming.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yeah, it's
So she
coming.
was very excited. I was like, "Oh, maybe you can come," but yeah, she was still sleeping.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah, but maybe it would be.
Yeah,
it would be
maybe.
pretty good.
Why not? Why
Yeah.
not? We have this book for all
All
the
right.
guests. You can write, you can leave a message,
Yeah.
you can say that you hate us, you can you can do whatever you want.
We're not
You
doing
can
that.
write, and then at the end write your question.
All right. So at the end, right?
Yeah.
So other people, can I see
It was
it?
the
No, you cannot
Okay.
cheat before. After you can.
Assia, I would like to thank you
Ah,
very
so
much
very
for your
welcome.
time,
Yeah.
for your positivity,
You're very
for your
welcome.
advice. It was a really nice,
Interview and
say-
interaction. Yeah.
I would say, a talk,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
it felt like this.
It was also nice to meet you guys. Oh, thank you for having me as well. I really enjoyed my time here. It was really, really nice. You guys also have very good energy.
That's good. That's what we want that people feel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's felt.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.